You haven't won knockout of the year. You haven't won breakout athlete of the year. You haven't done any of these things.
That's what I'm saying. Don't you think that he would go?
No, they want the biggest fight. They want the biggest fight.
It would still be the biggest fight, and you know that, bro.
No. That's why none of these. That's why you're not.
And there's also another level where Jake Paul's kind of talking to himself a couple of years ago. He's saying, you're a joke. You're not a real fighter. He's saying the stuff he had to hear himself. But Jake broke out of that bubble, and Logan never did. Logan went even deeper into the fake fighter bubble. He fought Roman Reigns. Yeah.
So is it the end or just the beginning? I followed my dreams. Why am I not winning?
Jake Paul and Logan Paul in a knockdown dragout. It's so much more than what's being reported, Gino. People just have the prime clip. But look, this is long before the prime clip, and there's angst. This was a conversation Jake said he wanted to have with Logan for over a month. And they finally had it, Gino. They aired their dirty laundry for us, and it gets emotional for me just to watch. Because I'm the younger brother, Gino, but you're the older brother in your household. So I'm Jake Paul in this fight, just imagining, like, rooting him on. Like, good, speak back to that older brother. Let him know where he stands. You're the older brother, Gino. You're the bully in your house.
I might be a little bit of a bully in my house, but it's because it's tough love that sometimes you need to have the younger brother realize that, you know what, I want what's best for you. You don't know what's best for yourself.
And that's what's interesting about this. Jake Paul is almost like the older brother once the fight goes down. He has to do the tough love. He has to give reality checks. Whereas Logan, he's a little dumb. He's just being nice to everyone, playing both sides. Look what happened, Gino. Impulsive was this week. This is better than when Roman Reigns was on it. This is the greatest Impulsive of all time.
Agreed.
He is a great fighter.
So if he stops KSI, is still potential for a fight?
Yeah, all the fights are there regardless of the outcome of that fight.
So they're talking about Tommy Fury. Gino, you don't know about this? Tommy Fury is Tyson Fury's brother. He's also known as Tommy Fumbles. And he beat Jake Paul. And Jake Paul wants to get that rematch and, you know, make sure he beats all of his opponents. That's important in boxing. You know, when a guy puts you down, if you beat him back, it don't count no more. Now you've beaten everyone you've been against. And that's what Jake Paul's story is. But Logan wants that fight. Logan wants his own little story where he avenges his brother. And he fights Tommy Fury. And Jake's like, you're not even a fighter. Like, what are we doing here? Look what happens, Gino.
If he stops KSI, I'm going for Tommy's throat.
Look at that immediate body language reaction. Isn't that great? One of his tattoos gets itchy. As soon as Logan tries to, and he's done this before, Gino, you're going to find out. This Logan Paul's always trying to steal fights. He tried to steal the Nate Diaz fight. Now Tommy?
He stops KSI. I'm going for Tommy's throat.
Oh, look at that. Oof. Oh, Gino. He doesn't like that. And there's even these sub-stories, these underlying issues going on where Jake Paul hates KSI. And it's real, Gino. It's not fake. This ain't a work. This ain't wrestling like you want. This is boxing. And boxing's real until the judges get involved. Then it's fake. And, yeah, Jake Paul and KSI, competitors personally and professionally, okay? They don't like each other. And there's Logan starting his little drink company with him, making a black brother out of him, getting closer to him, taking his side against Jake, now trying to avenge KSI's loss before it even happens. When Jake wants to avenge his own loss, pay attention, Gino.
Fight.
If he stops KSI, I'm going for Tommy's throat.
Ooh.
I love that vengeance storyline.
Yeah.
I don't want to put the energy into the air, but like Tommy Fury's on my fucking radar. I have him in my scopes. I wanted it when Jake was fighting him. And,
of course he did. He wants every Jake opponent.
And I'm going to be back in the conversation, which I'm fucking stoked about. Yeah, dude. October 14th, I'm fighting Dylan Dennis.
You just jump him, too, at that point. The both of you just...
Yeah, I mean, I'll do something.
No, I'm gonna finish him off first. I got to handle that business.
See, it starts... This is calm. There's no fight yet. But the fight started, and it's about to get heated pretty instantly. Especially the way Logan replies, like a father more than a big brother in a second. Like, hey, I've been conceding enough for you. I've been giving you fights enough. That should be mine. And Jake doesn't like that. But look, Jake's just stepping in respectably. With all due respect, I'm going to get him first. I already fought him. I got to get that back. I mean, imagine that. Imagine I beat you up, and then your brother, your older brother, has to come in and beat him up. That's humiliating. That ain't happening, Jim. I mean, Logan. This ain't about me. This is about Jake and Logan.
Both of you just...
Yeah, I mean, I'll do something.
No, I'm gonna finish him off first. I gotta handle that business first.
We'll see, bro, because you definitely sniped the Nate Diaz fight from me. and I've been so lenient in giving you your opponents, and I think it's.
But
my,
it's not. Wait, it's not your option to give me my opponents. You haven't fought anyone. You don't fight. You don't fight real fights. It's just not your option to give me my opponents. You're not even a fighter. Like, you do exhibitions and lost like 4 years ago.
Oh,
So it's not your option to
I'm
like.
so proud of him. You don't know how hard this is, okay? Huge Listen in the chat. You don't know what it's like to have an older brother that intimidates you your whole life and always looks at you as the little brother the whole time. And you could tell this takes some courage. And this is something maybe Jake wouldn't talk back in every topic, right? But when it comes to boxing, he feels confident enough to talk back. After all the work he's put in, you saw his vlog. He lays in an ice pool that has no ice in it. It's just he's so rich, he can make the water cold without ice. And he's going through these camps every day. He has to eat eggs that are on top of home fries for every day. He has to eat like an athlete. And he's fighting the real fighters. So this is a specific zone where he's going to fight back. And I'm rooting for him against Logan.
Option to give me my
Look,
opponent.
it's not your option.
Fought anyone.
You lost 4 years ago. You're not a fighter. Look at this. He just piles on, too. It's like you made your point, then he keeps going.
I think it's.
But
my,
it's not. Wait, it's not your option to give me my opponents. You haven't fought anyone. You don't fight. You don't fight real fights. It's just not your option.
You're one of those WWE cartoon fake fighters.
Give me my opponents.
Look at that. Look at that face. I do just wrestle Ricochet. I did get a black eye from a fake forearm. That is a little weird. Look.
You're not even a fighter. Like, you do exhibitions and lost like 4 years ago.
Look at Big Mike, too.
You do exhibitions and
You
lost like 4
years
years ago.
I know this thing word for word now. I've been reciting it. Look at Mike. Oh, see, this is awkward for him because he knows never to push these buttons with Logan, but he knows Jake will. Mike doesn't want to push either buttons. He just knows he's lucky to be there. So he's gonna you could cut this tension. You guys don't understand. You need a brother to get it. Look at this.
So it's not your option to like give me my fights.
Look at that guy. Look at the guy on the left. Is that George? He looks funny now. Hold on. Look at this.
So it's not your option to like give me my fights. That me and Nate Diaz have been talking about that for years, and then you popped up and were like, no, now it's my turn. I want that fight, and then start talking shit, and then try to like get the fight in Saudi Arabia, like on the microphone, and like trying to like jump in on all of these things.
I think I'm better than you.
Oh my God. And you don't want to hear that as a little brother. That's not what you want to hear back. Gino, you thought this was fake?
I thought this was almost as fake as the KSI and Deji stuff, which I thought at first was real, but then I realized, oh, that's fake. This has to be just as fake at first.
No, that's English fake shit. England's all wannabes, and they're faking. They're doing wrestling. KSI's in WWE, too. I'm better than you, Logan says to his own brother, and he had to come back with something. I mean, you lost 4 years ago. You don't fight real fights. And this had already kind of been an indirect argument on this episode when they were talking about KSI earlier, where, there's a fight coming up in October. KSI's main eventing. It's a prime card. It's a big prime card coming up. So KSI's in the main event. Logan Paul's in the undercard. And they're not real fights. So Jake Paul made this argument about KSI, and Logan took it personally then. Because he's like, I'm on the undercard. I'm also... You don't need a win-loss record for it to matter. And Jake's like, no, you do. That's what makes it a sport. Ask Tony Khan. AEW, win-loss records. Moxley's 52-7. That makes it a sport. So, yeah, Logan had to come back with something, though. And this had already been an indirect fight the whole time, and now it's getting direct. And you'll see the other people in the room try to reel things back in, and these two won't let it happen.
Like, trying to, like, jump in on all of these things.
And also, yes, the Nate Diaz-Jake Paul fight was a thing before Logan tried to steal it. Logan tried to steal that opponent, too. That came out at, like, the last second, too. WWE wanted to promote Logan versus Nate. And even Nate himself said, I wanted to fight the real fighter, Jake, the little brother, the guy who's out knocking out welterweight champions, the guy who's knocking out real fighters, not the WWE guy. When you do fake WWE shit, it don't count no more. Look at this.
Things.
I think I'm better than you, and I think Nate chose you for a reason, and I think everyone knows that.
What do you mean?
Even in here.
But what have you done to prove that you're better than me?
I don't know. Went toe to toe 8 rounds with the greatest boxer of all time.
Oh my God, that fight! Did anyone remember that happened? The Floyd Mayweather who fought Deji. Remember that fight? What a joke! No one considers that a fight.
What do you think happens if you fight Floyd Mayweather?
I would knock him out.
Bro,
100%.
don't be ridiculous.
Oh, and then another secret's about to come out. Wait till you hear what Jake has to confess soon.
Don't be ridiculous.
You think because you lost a fight to Floyd Mayweather?
Oh, there it is. That's big. Did you catch it? Listen to what happens here.
You're ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous.
You think because you lost a fight to Floyd Mayweather that you're better than me at boxing?
You said I won the fight.
Oh. Oh, no. He told his brother he won the fight to be nice and secretly knew he lost for a long time. And now, what a time for this to come out. Big Mike, will you jump in? Come on. Hey, what's this guy doing over here? Help out. Come on. Stop the fight.
That you're better than me at boxing.
You said I won the fight.
In person, when I was watching it, I thought so. But then, yeah, watching it back, it's like, okay, I've had like a biased point of view, like sitting there in
This is
person.
the first time I've heard you say that. You just
Yeah, but because we never talked about
you're
it.
just switching up like that? The whole internet saw you repeatedly throughout the past 2 years say that I won that fight. And now
Yeah,
you're saying the opposite.
because I'm rooting for you. But like, if you want to know the truth, yeah, like I'm gonna ride or die for you on my shield. Yeah, 100%. And afterwards, when I saw that you lost it on TV, people in interviews would still be like, "What do you think?" I'm not gonna be like, "No, I watched it back and I thought he lost." No,
What a
he
good
fucking won
brother.
'cause you're my brother.
Look
I
at
don't
that.
disagree. But the fact
You
is,
see that? And Logan tries to play the brother card a lot, but it's in a manipulative way. Jake genuinely uses the brother card in life. Like, that's a great example. I know you lost, but you're my brother. I'll support you.
Sit back and
And then Logan's like, I'm your brother. Let me bring my Prime bottle to your show. I'm your brother. Like, stuff that isn't even family related suddenly becomes we're family. Look at
I
this.
thought he lost. No, he fucking won because you're my brother.
I don't disagree. But the fact is, I went toe-to-toe for 8 rounds with the greatest boxer of all time. And you're not able to see how good I was in that fight. And yes, I'm in the WWE currently. But I like
By the way,
boxing.
yeah, look at what he looks like after going toe-to-toe with Ricochet for 1 round. I don't know. Can we just admit this guy can't fight anyone? What if they fought each other, Gino? Jake Paul kicks his ass, right?
I feel Logan Paul would kick his ass. I think it'd be an amazing fight that we're gonna have, even though this is obvious. Like the whole build, like that little line right there, the whole you told me to my face that I won. That made it seem like this might be somewhat they are setting up for them to have a fight. Like this isn't real yet.
So this
Hopefully
whole
it gets
fight,
more real.
this 30 minutes we're about to watch is all scripted, and they're going down bullet points. You think everything's a big work to you because you grew up watching TNA.
Yes, I think at least that little part of it is scripted. We're gonna see how far it goes when it actually gets more real.
Gino's the type of guy to think the Undertaker really burned down the funeral parlor, but then this is fake. Like these guys believe the supernatural wrestling, and then when a real brotherly fight shows up, they're like, "What? I'm afraid of my brother. I'd never have one."
wasn't that fight.
Can't
And
be
yes,
real.
I'm in the WWE currently.
Look at this.
But I like boxing a lot. And I think I'm really good. And I'm excited I get to show it again on October 14th. On the
Dylan Dennis is gonna fuck this guy up. Then again, Gino, I am the guy who, didn't think that he would face Roman Reigns. Like I thought that was him overstepping, and that was a big. I got worked at the time, and if I'm getting worked into a real fight with Jake and Logan, that's great too. I'll buy it. We're not stealing that one. We're going on to Zone and paying $89.99 and paying for 6
Lone
months
Star
of the
Monkey
Zone.
Flip his grit and says, "Where is Sweeties v. Ladies?"
Go fuck yourself.
my card in Manchester. With the co-main event, KSI versus Tommy Fury, Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis. But
But for you
no,
to-
no, I yielded, bro, and I'm tired of not being picked because you're an easier fight.
Is that
upsets me.
is that what you really think? in your-
That part has to be fake. Gino, you're right. All the stuff Logan says ain't real. And then there's Jake being real. Logan can't believe Jake's an easier fight than him.
Ed?
I'm Jake.
I think
Look at him. Look at him.
Is that
Whoa,
what you really think in your head?
I'm Jake.
I think I'll say this. I think
I'm the older brother, Jake, obviously.
you have
That's-
more to. I think Logan. I think you have more to prove. I think you have more to
All right,
prove.
so here's the nice way of saying you're wrong, Logan, okay? Look, this is the old guy. He's a big drug addict, and he knows how to mediate. He's been to meetings. He's had to kick addictions, okay? So he is here to let everyone know you're wrong, Logan, but here's a nice way to say it.
Prove. I think you did go to
I
toe
don't-
to toe
I
with
don't
Floyd
disagree.
Mayweather.
I don't disagree.
I think you need to still prove to the people, to the community, to the world that you have the ferociousness.
Look, do you really need 2 primes? What a fucking tool fake. He is fake. What a homo. He's got one in between his legs, one in his hand. He should have one in both hands.
to put a man down.
yeah.
Throw one behind the ear. That'll be fun.
And I'm not saying
Can he balance one on his head? What color hair is that, by the way? What the hell's going on with that?
You're wrong.
Gino, you like the Rascals from Impact? This guy has one of these going on. Whatever's going on up there is not real, and he's fake all the way through from here to his words.
I'm not saying you're biased, unbiased, whatever, but once you sink your teeth and draw blood, put a man down, this conversation changes dramatically. It gives you
I don't disagree with you, and that's what I fully intend to do on
What color is that?
October 14th.
He's gray. He's getting old.
But I'm saying you had your chance with Tommy. You did. You had it. Right? I have not. I've not.
Gino's hammer in the chat. Prime addict. What a retard. You think he's a tool? He's selling you it. You bought it. You're stupid. If you ever drank a Prime in your life, you're a fucking idiot. And get the fuck out of here. Go. Bully Ray style. I'm pointing out the exit. If you ever drank a Prime, get the fuck out. You're an idiot.
Not gotten to eat at all. You know, like I thought I had
He's not drinking it because he likes it.
Fight locked up.
And Jake Paul knows. Jake Paul banned that shit from his event. Because fuck Prime.
To eat at all. You know, like I thought I had that Nate fight locked up. You took it. I said, okay.
This is the fakest revisionist history of the Nate fight of all time.
Go for it.
It's like Nate never had a say. Nate would never fight this fake fighter. He wanted Jake Paul.
I wanted the Tommy fight.
Wait,
JJ
but
said,
I
JJ
didn't.
said he wanted it.
I didn't
said,
take
okay,
I didn't take a fight from you that wasn't necessarily yours. It's whoever's it's in the ethos.
But motherfuckers are avoiding me. They are avoiding me or picking someone else, and that's obnoxious. And everyone secretly knows why. No one wants to say it because I have an 0-1 record and I wasn't able to knock out the best fighter of all time. But I think it's fucking obvious, bro. I'm very athletic, and I've gotten the hang of boxing in the past 2 years after fighting the GOAT. And I'm excited to show that. And Grant,
Get Jake's face.
After fighting the GOAT.
Imagine going through the training camps Jake Paul did, perfecting his footwork, beating the greatest MMA strikers of all time, Anderson Silva, Nate Diaz, and then you got to hear this talk. You're just looking like, what the fuck? Jeez, this Prime is going to his head. This guy's all hopped up on Prime energy.
And I'm excited to show that. And granted, do I still have something to prove? Absolutely. But if for whatever reason it doesn't go in KSI's favor.
This guy lost to KSI in a fight, remember? He got a fluke knockdown and still lost. That means he lost every other round.
Yes. The story arc, the vengeance arc of avenging my business partner and brother is right there. I think
you just want to beat Tommy to be able to say that you're better than me at boxing.
I would let him take the fight. Big bro, go fight Tommy. You're going to get your ass kicked. You have no chance. He's a real boxer, like me.
Well, I'll never fight you, and I don't want to fight JJ again.
But
JJ's KSI, Gino, in case you didn't know.
But I think that's like
he's dodging KSI because he already lost to him.
I think that's more so what it's sounding like it is. But it's crazy for you to think that people are avoiding you.
But Nate chose you over me.
No.
Why would Nate do that?
But Ariel Helwani asked him to his face. And he said because his brother hasn't fought anyone in a real fight, he hasn't knocked out any MMA fighters. He wanted the most real, professional, legitimate fight. That's what he said.
Nothing that I do in the boxing.
And that's what he said. And that's what he said behind the scenes too. But that's also what he said behind the scenes too.
But
he literally said, "Hey, Nate." His manager said, "Hey, we're not fighting Logan. Nate wants this real fight." That's exactly what they said.
Because I do WWE is completely unrelated to my.
No, it's not. That's delusional. If you're in WWE, you're fake now. You're a joke. And this is what the UFC is going to learn. They think they're just going to combine stocks and get rich. You're fake now. You merged with fakeness. Your fan base doesn't want anything to do with that. And now you're the same company. You're already fixed in Canada. You already couldn't gamble on the UFC in Canada for most of last year. Can you do it now? Did they get it legalized again? We already didn't trust that this shit was real. You could tell UFC fighters are talking to each other when they're up against the cage. They're calling spots. It's already WWE. The shit's a fucking work. And now they're merging with the fakest, cartooniest wrestling of all time that won't even let girls bleed. Something they naturally do anyway. So it's disgusting. And that's what this guy is. He wrestles Ricochet. No one wants to fight someone like that because that stink gets on them. Nate Diaz now is linked with some fake fighter. Like, no, you don't want any of that. You want the real fighter, Jake Paul. The best boxer in the world, under 10 fights. The Best footwork on the planet besides Tyson Fury. The pound for pound number 7 boxer on the world right now.
They
What
say.
is because I do WWE is completely unrelated to my boxing career.
well,
it just is. And people know the pay-per-view numbers I put up.
What?
They're fucking
How funny is this? He thinks he's drawing these pay-per-view numbers in WWE. Look.
big, dude.
But you what?
I'm a great
like,
promoter.
What pay-per-view numbers though? Like
1.2 with Floyd.
yeah, but that's Floyd.
500K
That's
with
Floyd.
KSI 2. 1.1 with
KSI 2
1.
is 300K.
Every WWE.
Oh, what did he say KSI 2 was and had to get corrected?
What pay-per-view numbers though? Like
1.2 with Floyd.
yeah, but that's Floyd.
500K
That's
with
Floyd.
KSI 2.
500K with KSI 2. That was 300. His brother knows. Bury this fuck.
1.1 with
KSI 2 is
1.
300K.
Every WWE event that I'm in has
Now,
been
how
the
about no WWE event gets you got no credit. You opened it.
highest grossing and most viewed.
I think this is gonna go in circles. I think.
But it's
listen.
It's not going in circles ever, but this guy keeps saying that, Big Mike. We touch on something new and fun, and he goes, "We're going in circles. Can we stop fighting? No, we're gonna keep fighting."
Free. Like
What is this table, by the way? This is great. That's like an Aliens reference. I was playing Aliens Descent, and this is where the alien pops out at the beginning, and all shit goes crazy. That's one of the greatest RTSs ever made.
It's a
for
free event.
for a fight.
No, WWE's people.
It's $9 on Peacock.
No, that's not free, brother.
Oh, the great point too. It is free. Come on, $9.99 on Peacock. So when you talk about the most viewed SummerSlam, people had to pay for them before. They're getting it for free now.
I think this is gonna go in circles.
For the cost of a cable bill, just like cable was basically free. You were assumed to have had it.
I think.
But it's
listen,
free. Like,
listen,
it's a free event.
for a fight.
No, WWE's people.
It's $9.
It's $1.99 a month if you know what link to click.
On Peacock.
No, that's not free, brother.
For a fight right now, for somebody to break over to cross over into the boxing space, Jake Paul to seasoned veterans of combat sports makes more sense as a fight. It just does. They may have questions about draw potentially because they don't have a record to call upon besides Floyd, which some of the points he's bringing up matter.
Wait till it becomes about their teams.
What I'm gonna say is once you do this next fight, you have a lot more leg to stand on. You have to go in there. You need to. I don't even need to say this. You need to do what is obviously going to happen to fucking Dylan Dennis, and then you can go in, and then you can go.
You see what Dylan Dennis tweeted, Gino? They're already hyping this fight up. Look, Dylan Dennis tweeted Logan Paul's wife getting a tongue in her mouth, and this is one pretty girl, Gino. She looks like Alex Mack. Must be the hat. I don't even think she has makeup on in this picture. She's perfect.
She is a very attractive woman, and that was the whole big. She was involved in all these fucking feuds. She was involved in the whole first Jake Logan Paul feud, which ended up being absolutely fake. It was just a fucking publicity stunt. So this is
For
another
what?
publicity
What was
stunt just
fake
to
about
get him
it?
over.
What was the payoff on that? Did they fight then or no? So what's fake about it?
They both came back together, and they made so much money because they're the two most popular YouTubers.
So what does that have to do with what you think was it? What would the feud do then?
It would just be
Oh, you're
making
talking
people
about the old
famous.
days with the music
Yeah,
videos.
the first one.
She wasn't around that long, was she?
Yeah, they've been together this whole time.
What? You're kidding. Why is she kissing this guy then?
Because she doesn't mind making that money, making this even bigger and more popular.
No, someone replied to the tweet and said everyone has a past. So you're telling me it's Everyday Bro came out and this girl was still with Logan, but she's just making out with this random guy?
Yes, it's still the exact same thing. She knows what she's doing to make the attention be all about the Logan.
Gino, only you could make me look up Logan Paul's relationship history. There's no way he's been loyal to one woman this whole time.
There is a way and there's a will, and he is the most committed relationship man we've ever seen.
So he first started dating this girl in 2020, Gino, just so you know.
Yep, that's around the exact
No,
same
it
time
isn't.
every day. Bro. I
No, it
remember
isn't.
exactly.
No, it isn't. It's years after. You're a fake Jake Pauler. You were never a Jake Pauler.
Yes, I was never a maverick. I never wanted to buy that merch and manipulate kids to buy merch just because it's Christmas time.
This motherfucker doesn't even know who
Malachi
Chloe
Black
is.
has grit and says I miss Tyler.
This piece of shit doesn't even know about Chloe Bennett. How pathetic is Gino?
And build that proof of concept again and draw, right? It's like, dude, this kid's been on every fucking Sports Illustrated.
I need that table. I mean, that is just one of it really brings the room together. I like how it's caved in on one side specifically.
ESPN magazine. He is the face of boxing right now. You are the face.
So you'll notice right now, all the prime is on one side of this table. And that's part of the contract Jake Paul has. And that becomes a part of the fight. You're not allowed to have Prime in the Jake Paul shot during this episode. This is upsetting. Look, you got to put yourself in Logan's shoes. He's trying to start a business. I'm your brother.
Is my son a
How
vampire?
can you let
Like,
this
is he
happen?
glamming me?
Right?
Justin Sane 5,590 sent 100 elixir.
See, Jake Paul has Celsius, just insane, not Prime, and they're competitors.
You are the face of W.
So that's why I'm curious, because you are the face of at least this weird like influencer crossover.
I would. It's
boxing.
deep.
Look at that. Look, he's diminishing his brother again. He's living 2 years ago when the Ben Askren fight was happening. Remember that Jake Paul? That guy sucked. Jake Paul with the messenger bag and the button-up flannel that was unbuttoned and those baggy cargo pants. That could have been the worst human being that's ever existed. And that's what Logan sees him as still. Just some crossover. No, Jake Paul's a boxer now. Jake Paul knocked down Tommy Fury. He beat Nate Diaz. He beat Anderson Silva. He's not 2021 anymore. But Logan has been in the WWE bubble. He doesn't know what his brother is. Look at
I'm
this.
curious because you are the face of at least this weird like influencer crossover.
I would. It's
boxing
deeper
arm,
than that. It's
whatever you want to call it, because you are the face of it, and I can also sell an insane fucking number of pay-per-views, and I'm not in my potential opponent's head. Wouldn't
Look, Logan's really missing the time when they would just call each other, both of them Logan, remember? We'd call him both Logan for a few years. We didn't know there was really a Jake. We heard of him, but when we saw him, he was Logan. Logan! Where's Jake? I'm Jake. Like, that was his life for years. But now Jake Paul's more handsome. He's got the tattoos on his face. He's got the beard. He's the best boxer on the planet. He upgraded Logan's hair to the Jake Paul hair. Logan hates it. Look at this.
and I can also sell an insane fucking number of pay-per-views, and I'm not in my potential opponent's head, wouldn't it be an easier fight to fight me, and yet they're still choosing you?
What do you mean?
Wouldn't you think, oh, one
What do you mean?
of them has a losing record?
Logan thinks people just want easy fights because they're like him. No, people want real fights. Nate Diaz wants the real fight.
He can sell the same, if not more, pay-per-views. One of them has a winning record and can sell a good amount of pay-per-views as well.
No, but I've proven to sell more pay-per-views consistently, time and time again. I'm active. I have a promotional company. We do, bigger deals, huge guarantees, like a lot of revenue.
I don't buy it.
What do you mean you don't buy?
I just don't think
I don't
that-
buy it.
It's more
I think-
legitimate.
I think Nate
we have
avoided me.
a better
See, now the teams are getting brought in, Gino, and it takes to a whole new level. And there are reasons to hate both teams, but look at how personal they get.
We are doing it on a consistent basis. I'm active. You're inactive. You don't have the momentum in the fight world. You're not as respected as a fighter. You haven't won knockout of the year. You haven't won breakout athlete of the year. You haven't done any of these things.
That's what I'm saying. Don't you think that he would go?
No, they want the biggest fight. They want the biggest
It
fight.
would still be the biggest fight, and you
No,
know that,
no,
bro.
no. That's why none of
Come
these.
on.
That's why
I
you're
have,
not.
like, one of
And
the
there's
top
also
10
another
grossing
level
biggest fights
where
ever.
Jake Paul's kind of talking to himself a couple of years ago. He's saying, you're a joke. You're not a real fighter. He's saying the stuff he had to hear himself. But Jake broke out of that bubble, and Logan never did. Logan went even deeper into the fake fighter bubble. He fought Roman Reigns. Yeah.
No, that's why none of
Come
these.
on.
That's why
I
you're
have
not.
like one of the top 10 grossing biggest fights ever. What are you talking about? Especially now after the WWE promotion angle and the work I've been doing there, I've garnered a fan base that's going to want to see me perform in boxing.
I don't know if 9-year-olds are up late enough. These boxers come out late when they're the main event. They take a lot of time.
as well.
Well, we're gonna
It's,
see.
It's
but
obvious.
but no
watch,
one. But they don't
watch
think
the
that
numbers.
they're
We're
not
gonna
like-
we're gonna see.
Watch the numbers.
We're gonna see.
Watch the numbers that the Prime
But
card does
even-
on
but-
October
but-
14th.
but even-
KSI versus
I'm watching those numbers. This card is going to flop.
No, but
Yo,
even.
can I
even-
just-
but
can I
no,
just
but no,
say
no,
one
no,
thing?
no, no, no. Even
See
when
that?
you,
Look, enough of you guys trying to get in. These guys, Big Mike already twice tried to say we're going in circles. Now the other guy tried to get involved. No. I got to handle this part. Look.
But even
KSI versus Tom.
no, but
Yo,
even
can I
even-
just-
but no,
can I
but
just say one
no. Even when you sell on this next event, you can't even take credit for the numbers. That's the thing.
At all?
Partiality.
No,
At all?
No, you like
Partiality.
what do you sell? That's the okay. cool. You did I could say I did 1.8 million with Tyson.
We made
He fought Nate Robinson on the Mike Tyson undercard with Roy Jones.
he never wait, what?
I did 1.8 million with Tyson.
Because he was the undercard for the Tyson.
Exactly. So it's like you could say all of these. I could say these things. Boo, 8th biggest event ever. Cool. Like,
But
I've done the same
but
things,
because that's
and
the
it's
way
more expensive than that fight.
But because that's the way I weave my business, I am strategic with my partnerships and amplification. That's
If
part
this guy was so good at marketing, wouldn't he have a logo on that shirt? He's wearing a plain white tee like Daniel Bryan.
of the shtick. I don't miss.
better figure it out.
And I won't miss when we sell pay-per-views ever. I'm a sick promoter and an easier fight, which is why I'm confused why anyone would choose you. An easier fight. I just don't get the
He
logic.
also, to his point, he also has an active business team that is approaching these deals
Up the team.
constantly,
That was-
24/7.
that was a big mistake
A
on our
promotional
part, yeah.
arm, a production arm that
Uh-oh.
goes up to this person's camp and says, "This fight is going to go down on this date, XYZ, and be handled in XYZ fashion."
well, and
Do you know what I'm
relationships,
saying?
bro. Like people don't like to work with your team.
Oh, no. I wish Tyler was here to tell me who's on the team. I know Jimmy Controversy. I know Dilf. I don't know the rest of Logan Paul's team.
Handled in XYZ fashion.
Well, and
Do you know what I'm saying?
relationships, bro. Like people don't like to work with your team. People hate your team.
I could say the same.
Hate
thing.
your team.
They hate your
I
team.
could say the same
Okay.
thing.
And the only one who hates Jake's team is Logan. Because he's going to go off on that for a while. So Logan's like, I can say the same thing. But he can't. He can just say he doesn't like the team.
Work with your team. People hate your team.
I could say the same thing.
They hate your
I
team.
could say the same
Okay,
thing.
let's
You
chill
could
out.
you
Let's-
could
there's-
but you
let's chill out.
could say that you could say the same thing, but the evidence doesn't show that. So it's like
Let's
No.
chill out. You have a fight coming up.
Look, Mike doesn't like this part. He knows this is deep. Let's chill out. We got to fight. Let's talk about this broken table. Who broke the table? Right, guys? Look.
could say the same thing, but the evidence doesn't show that. So it's like
Let's chill out. You have a fight coming up. Let's talk about it again after that fight. We're going in circles here, and it's getting.
There's no circles. This has never come up before. We're not lapping another topic here. This is all new. We better keep this one going.
It's getting fucking
I disagree.
personal. And
No, I disagree. Nikisa banned DAZN from mentioning or bringing in Prime to the stadium. They said
All right, Nikisa. This guy's bad news, okay? So, Gino, Nikisa hasn't been with Jake the whole time like you thought that girl was. You don't know shit. Just listen to me. You just sit back now. You've been disqualified from the whole conversation. Nikisa's this bad man right here with the sunglasses. We don't trust that guy. That guy's bad news, but he looks out for Jake. He doesn't look out for the Pauls. He looks out for Jake. And Logan doesn't like that. He sees it as a divider because Jake has a business manager that shares his ideals. You better watch that Netflix documentary about Jake Paul to really learn about Nikisa. I mean, Nikisa's now all about fighters' rights just because Jake is. So Nikisa's open to what Jake wants and nobody else.
I would get kicked out if I
And look, he banned Prime. He was going to kick Logan out if he brought Prime from SummerSlam to the Nate Diaz fight.
here, and it's getting.
And thank God, more people should do this. I'm sick of this Prime shit. We have plants in the front row handing Logan Paul Prime that's not even spiked and he's drinking it. Can we drug it and give it to him and kill him on SummerSlam next year?
It's getting fucking
I disagree.
personal. And
No, I disagree.
Look, it's getting personal.
Nikisa banned DAZN from mentioning or bringing in Prime to the stadium. They said I would get kicked out if I brought a Prime
Yep.
model. That's fucking ridiculous, dude. Do you think I would ever ban you from promoting any of your shit at any of my events? That's ridiculous.
wait, that's because of who the partner,
Competing
the
partner.
competing partner was
Marcos
for the
texted
event.
us 4 times with stipulations, listed out paragraphs.
Yeah,
That's what happens when you have a brand that's partnering with you. The other brands don't get a spot. It's competition. Prime's the
Is my son a
competition, all
vampire?
things
Like,
signed.
is he glamming
They're not
me?
allowed.
Old Langson sent 399 elixir.
But Logan takes it as, I wasn't allowed. I am Prime, and I'm your brother. And that broke his little Prime heart.
The competing partner was for
Marcos
the
texted
event.
us 4 times with stipulations, listed out paragraphs.
Yeah, get over it. Like,
Yeah, get over it.
and meanwhile,
Come on.
Well, come on. Dude, come on. Get over it? Come on. Look, he doesn't want to get over it, but I'm your brother. Look.
Stipulations, listed out paragraphs.
yeah, get over it.
He doesn't like hearing that Prime drinks aren't the center of someone else's universe like they are his.
Like, and
Oh, my God. Look at the body language on that couch.
With
Hold on.
stipulations, listed out paragraphs.
yeah,
So the last time we heard from this guy he got shut up in the middle of like, no. And look, this is how he's been sitting ever since. Like he feels fat today. Don't talk to me and don't look at me. I hate this. Why is this fight? Who is that guy? Gino, Google him for me. We want to know who that is.
4 times with stipulations listed out, paragraphs.
Yeah, get over it. Like, and meanwhile,
Come on, I'm your brother building a
oh
business.
yeah, you're my brother building a business. You love to play both sides,
who's
bro.
yielding
What's
here?
what other
You
side
play
am I playing?
both
Whose other
sides.
side am I
You
You
playing?
play both
Here we go.
sides.
So this is the part that made the headlines. Everything till now got forgotten by the media. Now they're yelling.
You love to play both sides,
Who's
bro.
yielding
What's
here?
what other
You
side
play
am I playing?
both
Whose
sides.
other side am I playing?
You play both sides.
What's
and it's
the
like,
other side that I'm playing?
I'll partner with all of your enemies. Like I have,
Bro,
I
my
have
life is
all-
my life. Your life is your life. If you want
But
to create
see, you
beef
love to
with-
play both. You love to play both sides. You
I'm
love to play
explaining
both
my
sides.
rationality for one
and
the
it
other.
caused issues in our last event when we had other betting partners and drink partners, and you walked out with it with the betting and the drinks.
Oh God, imagine that. You get a big fight. You're fighting Tommy Fury, and out comes Jake Paul with a competing drink and competing betting company. He wouldn't be my brother anymore.
Betting partners and drink partners, and you walked out with it with the betting and the drinks.
Is it
So it
illegal
caused
to wear what
issues.
I'm wearing?
It caused
Come
issues.
on, it's not a. You can't tell me what to wear.
Look, wear that outfit. That's a nice one. White shirt to the next fight. Perfect. Just like that.
What do you mean?
Well,
what do you mean?
well,
You can't tell
I'm
me
not-
what to wear.
Logan.
Yeah, but
he
but
is-
if
Mike,
they're paying
chill,
us,
chill.
Oh, look. Now Mike's getting treated like that other guy. The guy that was sitting like this. Mike, chill. Stop interrupting, Mike. Mike keeps saying we're going in circles. Shut the fuck up, Mike. Which we've already heard from the chat 10 times. Now we're finally saying it right to him.
what do you mean?
Well,
what do you mean?
well,
You can't tell
I'm
me
not-
what to wear.
Logan.
Yeah, but
he
but
is-
if
Mike,
they're paying
chill,
us,
chill.
if they're
For
paying
one
us,
fucking second, chill.
if they're
No.
paying
Oh, no. Gino thinks it's fake.
us millions of dollars, and they say, hey, but we don't want this person to be doing this stuff at the event with a competing brand.
That's literally what they're paying for. They're only paying for the exclusivity.
Hey, but we don't want.
And look, it works in this shot, you know. So we're over here with the shot of Jake. That's what they want right there. Just a little Celsius can. We don't have a prime on every seat in the background like the Shawn Michaels episode. This is perfect.
Paying us millions of dollars, and they say, hey, but we
I drink Celsius now. Fuck prime.
don't want this person to be doing this stuff at the event with a competing
That's
brand.
ridiculous. I couldn't bring in a prime bottle. DAZN, who, by the way, on the Misfits card,
I wish WWE would have that rule. Don't they have a drink they like besides prime?
ASI's
fuck outta here.
event promoted the fuck out of your fight against Nate.
Oh, this is a point, though. We might be on Logan's side here. Then again, Jake's just saying that's dumb business. So the KSI... Wait, listen to it. You'll hear it.
Who, by the way, on the Misfits card, KSI's event, promoted the fuck out of your fight against Nate Diaz. DAZN was not allowed to promote the prime card. That's ridiculous.
Look at that. So KSI had a Misfits card. They promoted Jake's card. Jake wouldn't promote back. You're not allowed to mention that card. You're not allowed to bring the prime drink. He hates KSI. He has Celsius. And look, he's got the equation like, all right, so they promoted that. I didn't promote. Look, he's trying to figure it out himself. Here we go.
DAZN was not allowed to promote the prime card. That's ridiculous. Whose ass was that? It was Nikisa's. Dude.
That's the best pan of the whole thing. Who's got that camera? Who's holding
Is
that?
my
The
son a
midget?
vampire? Like, is he glamming
Is the midget
me?
holding that
Pyro
camera?
Messiah sent 1,000 elixir.
Pyro Messiah, this is the greatest fight I've ever seen. Me and my brother would already have been slamming doors by now. These guys are showing discipline. Maybe Gino has a point. This could be scripted. But he did send a I hope they all die spell. So, Pyro, that's right. You're still stuck in 2021 like Logan. You're the one who said Jake Paul isn't the best fighter in the world under 10 fights. And I had to argue with you about this. He's just oblivious, Gino, to reality. These people won't accept that Jake Paul could beat up all their favorite. He would body their faves, like Mustafa Ali, Gino.
I have come to realize, Jake Paul probably has learned from his mistakes as a child from when he fucking doxed Post Malone, when he was just a piece of shit manipulating children to buy his merch on Christmas. I realize that maybe Jake Paul has become a better person. Logan Paul is just trying to be a great businessman.
See, and he's becoming a worse person in the process. Jake getting better every day at everything. Personal, professional, he's just boxing. He's perfect. This Logan is demented. This Logan is driven by the dollar sign, and that's what he
T-Con91
thinks
has grit
brothers
and says
are.
Jake definitely has learned my life lessons.
Oh, look at this is weird. Different takes here because T-Con there is on Logan's side. Look at. Did you say? No, he said. I'm sorry. I get him confused still. I'm still stuck in 2020. I mean, who's who here? No, he's with Jake. But Pyro Messiah says he likes Logan Paul more after watching this, which is a lie. How could you watch this and like Logan Paul more? He's got a black eye. He's a bitch. Jake Paul standing his ground against his bigger brother. Pyro must be a bigger brother. He must have a younger brother that's not allowed to talk to him like this. And here's Logan just defending himself in his mind.
Promoted the fuck out of your fight against Nate Diaz. DAZN
Swearing now? That's what you like, Pyro?
was not allowed to promote KSI's event. Promoted the fuck out of your fight against Nate Diaz. DAZN was not allowed to promote the Prime card. That's ridiculous. Whose ask was that? It was Nikisa's dude.
Best fan.
He's Nikisa.
We hate Nikisa. Look at this bad guy. This guy is bad. Where'd he come from? I don't trust him.
He's on your team. He's not on Team Paul. He's on Team Jake. And we're a family. And he knows that. And so, yeah, bro, he doesn't get along with everyone either.
Why would I want to promote his event? It's KSI's event.
Because I'm on it. I'm on the
Yeah,
undercard.
but they could promote you versus Dylan, but you guys weren't even announced yet.
But I'm on the card. We announced that.
Yeah, but this is the thing is like it's all like you understand why, but then like you just don't want to accept the reality.
No, the reality is the tables were turned. The Misfits event promoted your fight against Nate Diaz, and you refused to promote KSI's fight.
Wait, but if they want to, if the zone is on, if Misfits is on DAZN and they promote our event, that has like okay, cool.
But our fight is on his own too. And
Oh, man. Pyro, you liking this? Your guy's winning now, huh? But watch, Jake just has to get real again. Look.
by the way, that's super fucking whack of the
Why is there an echo that keeps getting added to Logan sometimes?
zone as well. It's not just you guys. I think it's lame.
Whoa, now he's mad at DAZN. He's mad at Celsius. He's mad at Jake's team. Nikisa. This Logan Paul's divisive.
And by the way, that's super fucking whack of the zone as well. It's not just you guys. I think it's lame that they yielded to whose ever request that was.
Nikisa.
No, because it's our event. We're in control of what goes on there. Of course.
I just think it's lame. It's and also
I'm not gonna promote their event. What the fuck? Why would I do that? It's stupid
because
as
they
fuck.
did it to you. And it
Yeah,
all
because
helps.
because I don't know why the fuck they would do that either. Because they're not good at business. They don't have that out in their fucking contract clauses. Fucking idiots. That's their fucking problem.
They're fucking idiots for promoting my card. How about that comeback? You won again. See, we like Jake again. You're a fucking idiot for promoting my card, KSI. I'd never promote yours.
Good at business. They don't have
I just hope he promotes my fight with Frozen.
that out in their fucking contract clauses. Fucking idiots. That's their fucking problem. Stupid fucks. We're smart, diligent. We think of fucking everything that goes on in all of our events.
If you were really
We ride in on tanks, motherfucker.
smart, you'd know that we are all doing this. This isn't an or space. It's an and space.
Oh, this sounds like something Jim would say to me. Sorry, big bro, it's an or space. And your friends show up late, and they represent the network, okay? So I think we need to get rid of their show, or they can just start showing up on time.
That we are all
Why do you care? Why do you care? Because it's the network. It's all of us. They're making us look bad, and their show sucks anyway. Sorry, it's a different fight. Sorry.
in
if
all
you
of
were
our
smart,
events.
if you were really smart, you'd know that we are all doing this. This isn't an or space. It's an and space. We don't have to be competing against each other and
No, 'cause I don't-
blocking out different
I-
logos
100
and not letting me do certain things and a brand I'm building. Like, bro,
But that's the brands. That's the brands getting involved. I have no say in that. I don't give a fuck.
But he did just say he has say in everything on the show. He looks at every part of the contract.
But if they request something and they're paying millions of dollars
Yep.
to be the
But
title
But
sponsor,
the request is this: your brother can't bring a Prime bottle into the
Your
stadium,
brother should have stayed in Detroit, I think was the request.
and if he does, he will be escorted out by security.
We don't want your brother's face there. I think that would be a good request. We're sick of him.
Wouldn't be escorted out.
That
He's linked to fake fighting. He was at SummerSlam. We don't want him at our boxing event at all. This ain't Triller, okay? This is Showbox. We're on Showtime. This is DAZN Boxing with Canelo and the Floyd Mayweather archives. We don't need these celebrity boxers on there.
if he does, he will be escorted out by
You wouldn't
security.
be escorted out.
That's ridiculous.
But you have a Prime card coming up soon. Obviously, as you
Yeah, we heard. We know. And there better be a Celsius bottle on the ring.
That's ridiculous.
But you have a Prime card coming up soon. Obviously,
So
as
why
you
do you
just
care
said.
so
Let me-
much
let me-
about like?
Let me
why-
pose this question.
Why do you
Shut up, Mike. Jake's talking, the fighter. He just beat Nate Diaz. Let him speak.
care? What do you care more about? Going to my event or having a Prime bottle in your hand?
See? Ooh. So Logan's playing the brother card the whole time, but it's really about Prime. Now Jake throws the brother card in his face and makes it about brothers. And that was the perfect way to flip the perspective to make Logan realize you're using my siblingship of you. You don't mean it. You're just using it right now. Look, are you going to support your Are you there to support me? Or are you there to bring your fucking Soylent bottle and do your little flex spell over and over again? What are you there for? Look at this.
Pose this question.
Why do you care? What do you care more about? Going to my event or having a Prime bottle in your hand?
I care that it was such a big deal for your team that I'm trying to build a multi-billion-dollar business, and your team, who I see every single day,
At whose
have
event?
an issue with it.
At whose event?
Your event.
Exactly. My event.
I'm your brother.
Yeah, exactly. So respect what's going on at my event.
And I did.
Okay.
I thought it was ridiculous.
Okay, but that's just the name of the game. It's business.
And you have a Prime card coming up. If you walked in with a Celsius headband to it, you probably would say that's
I
unacceptable.
don't give a fuck. You're getting paid millions of
Well,
dollars
then you're an idiot and you're bad at business and promote my fight.
by Celsius. Yeah, they're our competitor, but like, dude, come on.
Let's look up Celsius, Gino. You ever have one of these? You work at Dash Mart.
We do have Celsius, but I prefer Zoa, really. Zoa's better than Celsius and Prime. I'm all about the rock.
There'll be no Zoa at my card when I fight Frozen. Now, Gino, I don't know if you saw this big tweet that came out as well. We'll get back to Jake in a minute. Oh, we saw that tweet. But look what else is going on, Gino. This is what I'm up against. And you better not bring any Zoa to my fight.
I'm sure he might be bringing some Zoa. He might be bringing Dwayne The Rock Johnson, for all we know, to bring a new title belt just for him.
Mersh is here right now, his manager, and look what, this is Frozen. He's from another stupid wrestling show on Rumble, ASWS, and this guy is Rumble to the core. Now, I invest in Rumble
Hugs
shares.
Glissim07 has grit and says Asian V ladies.
I'm more into Rumble than him. But he's always tweeting every Rumble show that goes live, so he's really nice that way. And he tweeted out, so I've been hearing that I'm not taking this fight with Kevin Scampoli seriously. Or that we, and this is scary, who knew this was the we, Mersh and Royce, Revenge of the Sis. Luckily, Danny Saint's not in that we. I think he's in our we, Gino. Think it's a joke. I assure you I am serious. Together, we will defeat him. Now, that sounds scary too, Gino. Are they going to jump me?
I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I've listened to Mersh occasionally with his, like, Nightwave radio. He says things that make me wonder, like, are they planning something that's very scary to me? Again, I'm very worried.
Look, and you saw, so this wasn't a joke.
You have started something you don't want to finish. Ah! I accept.
Now, a lot of time passed since then, so I thought he was running. But this picture is supposed to be proof he's not. I think this means it's going to happen. Now, Gino, it's still scary kind of, though, because he is kind of big. Like, look, I can flex this way and look big, but once I turn it around, oh, it's huge. Never mind. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm going to do great. I was thinking the bicep hides from the opposite side. But no, it's big on both sides. And I got triceps. Where's his tricep flexing? I mean, you can just see they just grow out of the fucking bone. So, Gino, I've been doing fight camp every day. I had about 1,800 punches today. But my bag doesn't punch back. And my bag doesn't seem to be this guy's size. I'm going to be giving up 20 pounds to this guy minimum.
I know it's going to be a big disadvantage from you. That's why I'm very scared. Like, how much he's really working out, how much he's not showing us is what really scares me. Like, we don't know everything he's doing like you do. We know everything you do. We don't know anything he does.
The fight we really want, me versus Frozen, is on hold for now. I want a date. I want a time. But we could get a second-rate fight like Logan versus Jake after this. Look.
Paid millions of dollars by Celsius. Yeah, they're our competitor, but like, dude, come on.
Dude,
We're all,
But
we're all
if you-
doing
but-
something.
but-
Come on.
but-
I
But if you request it, if it's different because I'm not in control.
who signed the contract? And if
Oh,
they did,
here we go.
was there a contract that
Nikisa.
said, was I in the contract that was
Yup.
signed
I don't
with
know.
Celsius
I
in the
don't
zone?
know.
'Cause
Yeah,
that's
you
fucked.
in KSI. Yeah.
You can't sign it on behalf of a third party.
No,
and
no,
the way
no.
the way that we got text from Marcos sure sounded like someone signed a contract
Whoa.
that said Logan Paul, if he shall come to this event, will not have Prime. You can't do that. You can't tell me what to wear.
You can still say no prime, and that includes you and everyone else.
You can't tell me I'm going to be escorted out of the venue if I bring a certain thing.
Can't you? You can say that. Why can't you? Yeah. He's not allowed at the Frozen fight. We're kicking him out. That's in the contract.
Technically, they can.
Technically, they can, yeah. But I just
That's
found
your boy, Pyro. You're on his side, the idiot, fact-checking himself in real time. Look at this.
I just found it crazy.
By the way, it's also in the contract. You all need your own dildo that night.
I feel like I'm at my friend's house and their parents are fighting.
Oh, this guy. Can we interrupt him again? Can we shut him up?
I don't even know what it, you know.
Well,
Should I go home?
Bro, so what do we do? What do we do? Where do we go from this? Because like I saw this coming.
This is a big part coming up.
Yeah.
So Logan's going to ask a question here, and they're not going to answer it. They're going to call it an off-camera convo. This part's the most upsetting part of the whole thing because this is the clearest example of how I saw the world go the opposite direction of the Scampoli brothers when they followed the Paul brothers. If this was a Scampoli brothers fight, it would end on camera. There would be no saving it for later. There's no answers that we weren't allowed to say because I wouldn't let it be saved for later. This comes first. You got to appreciate what you're doing. But they don't do that. This is just some promotional tool for them. They're not going to have a real conversation at the end. Look.
Yes, so did I.
So I mean, how are you feeling?
About what?
Just the conversation we just had.
I think you have a lot of trauma to unpack.
Probably.
But I've been wanting to ask all.
Is that why you're the one with all those leg tattoos?
Trauma to unpack.
Probably.
You have a lot of trauma to unpack. Do you like my knee tattoos? Look at this.
But I've been wanting to ask all my friends. Is Marcos here? I mean, whatever. But like, I've been wanting to like have this conversation with you like a month ago. It just like camp and you're traveling, etc. But yeah.
Where do you think my trauma stems from?
Here we go. Oh, we're going in circles. Big Mike, interrupt it. So this was a great question with a real answer, and we're not going to get it. It's for their private time. It's for the weekend chat. And that shows they don't appreciate podcasting for the art it is. This is just some commercial. We're watching an infomercial. Look.
Do you want me to be really honest?
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know, like, because I mean, that's like, we could beat around the bush, or it could just be like, I don't know if there's the right place to do it.
Yeah, I know.
So Logan was molested? Is that what this means? And now the answer is obviously their dad every time, like no matter which one we're talking about. The leg tattoos are from dad, and Logan's trauma is from dad. It's all from dad, but do we want to say it here? Do we want to say why? What he did to you? It was like the movie Radio Flyer with cum. Look at this.
Do you want me to be really honest?
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know, like, because I mean, that's like, we could beat around the bush, or it could just be like, I don't know if there's the right place to do it.
Yeah, I know there's fucking 20 people watching.
Well, there's more people watching right now also on.
What else would you want to say besides he fucked my ass?
On the
And you watched, and I hate you for it. Like, that's it.
YouTube channel. as well.
Yeah. Maybe it's an
There were 20 people watching then, wasn't there?
off-camera conversation. Because like I think this could be some real takeaways.
Dad never taught us how to fix a table.
Can I just tell you something that's odd and funny? To me, it's not funny, but we've had.
And it ends with Mike ruining it some more. Gino, they hid the most interesting part from us. We want to be a fly on the wall for that answer, and we can't be.
I know we can know about how YouTube has caused them so much trauma that they don't want to admit to us. The whole suicide force is one small thing, but there could be so much more they just can't tell us on YouTube.
No, this is childhood trauma, Gino, not teenage. This is pre-Vine. Did you know we can't even say wigger anymore?
I didn't know that was still going to be something we could say here in 2023, but we can't see it anymore. That's actually
Taka
also
Spliff
sad.
in
A lot
Oka
of
has
language
grit
is
and
going
says
away.
molested plus gay equals trans fag.
Did you know this, Spliff? We got to go back to this. Look. So Big Mike says wigger, and they all panic. They can't believe it. They bleep it out even. Look at this.
Finally get some time off to rest.
Yeah, you've been going hard for a while, Jake.
So yeah, Jake gets to go back home. That's how it starts.
Yeah, nonstop. Only way to do it. Nothing to it but to do it.
And you get to go back to Cleveland, the place where you learned how to be a
Bro.
Whoa! You can't
Can you believe this reaction already? And they didn't even, like, it gets worse. Bro! Whoa! What the fuck? They're Macaulay Culkin. Wigger? You said Wigger? Because Conor McGregor called Jake Paul that in a tweet and deleted it. And when people reported it, they censored it. And it would be great if they just put an asterisk in the W and put Igor. We can't say that. We can just say Igor. Who knows what he meant? So, like, whoa, look at this.
Yeah, nonstop. Only way to do it. Nothing to it but to do it.
And you get to go back to Cleveland, the place where you learned how to be a
Bro.
Whoa! You can't say. Let me say this
Nice,
really quickly.
nice.
We can yell motherfucker, though, but we can't say wigger. We can yell that incestual swear, but don't. Wigger's a little far.
If anyone can say that word, I can fucking say it.
no.
That's our word. That's
That's our word. No, that's our word.
no.
No,
That's
it's not.
our.
He's taking it back like Porch Monkey.
That's our word. That's
Yeah,
our.
no, it's not. No,
That's
it's not,
our
bro.
word. Yes, it fucking. That
No,
word was
'cause
bestowed upon us.
It's a
That-
derivative.
He's got a wigger card, a W word card. Look at this.
That's
not,
our
bro.
word. Yes, it fucking. That
He's
word
got a W word pass.
was
'cause
bestowed upon us.
It's a
That-
derivative. It's a
A
derivative.
derivative.
You're guilty
That.
by default.
Fu-
Why do you think McGregor deleted his tweets? He got
Jake
the
would
text-
say otherwise.
Nope.
He does that all the time.
Look, I don't think Jake would say otherwise. Look, Jake was shocked too. Jake is, he's praying. He's saying a prayer for those who would ever think the word wigger or say it out loud. Look at this.
Why do you think McGregor deleted his tweets?
Jake, back me up. He's just over here like this. I don't think I can. I got to fight in a year. Look.
He got
Jake
the
would
text-
say otherwise.
Nope,
He does that all the time.
He got the
does that
text
with-
from the publicist that was like, "You can't do this, dude."
Over that word.
He,
had to
he was
bleep it for
saying
this
he
show,
was
yeah.
saying like R word and like other stuff, crazy stuff. Coked out of his mind. Bro.
R word. Retard. You can't say wigger or retard to these fucking retards. Look at
Bro.
this.
Guy's lost it. He's really lost it.
Have you seen? Have you seen him?
By the way, this is great. This is another fight Logan's trying to take. So we already had Logan trying to steal Nate Diaz. We have him trying to steal Tommy Fury. Look. He quotes a Conor McGregor tweet. You're next, Logan Paul. Look at that. And we can't reply. Only people mentioned can reply. So, I mean, you can't call him out for that. The fact that he's stealing another fight from his brother. Logan Paul is the worst brother that's ever lived. And then he's the one who's going to say we're family. You can't trust a guy like that.
So is it the end or just the beginning? I follow my dreams. Why am I not winning? They can't hear my screams. They can't smell the fear. They try to get close, but I